Hello everyone, what's up and welcome back to Witch Watch. This is episode 11. So, I just gotta say at the top of the video, I've been saying this at the start of every video lately, so if you watch a lot of my videos, you'll be sick of it, but, I'm sick right now. I wasn't meaning to make a pun when I said you'd be sick of it, but I'm sick right now. I'm coming out the end of it. I'm feeling a lot better than I was. But the reason I say it is because sometimes during the video I'm coughing and stuff, and I just want to apologize for that up front. It might happen. It doesn't normally happen on this channel. If you're new to this channel, if you don't watch my videos often, I'm not normally coughing all over the place. It is just this last week, basically. But I'm almost done this sickness. I'm almost out of it. So apologies in advance. Anyway, Witch Watch, last episode, it was interesting because I had said, like, I was going through the episode, and then towards the end of the episode, we had that Nemu Meow storyline where she, she was doing kind of the same gag that we'd seen with her before, and I was talking about how this show doesn't tend to do repeat gags, like they don't tend to do what other gag anime and manga do, which is like repeating the same storylines over and over again. At least so far in the show, we hadn't gotten that yet, and then we got it this last episode, and I was like, oh, why are they doing this? This just doesn't feel like this is what Witch Watch does. But then at the end of it, they like started to tease a genuine story going on, like something actually happening. And so that kind of threw my expectations, blew them out of the water. I don't know what phrase I'm looking for. Just find the appropriate phrase and put it in there. That's what it did to me. It shocked me. It surprised me. It threw me for a loop after I thought that I knew what Witch Watch was, and then it did something, and then it went back to what other manga and anime did, and so I went, oh, okay, I guess I had the wrong idea about it. But then it went back to like subverting my expectations again. So I think it's doing a great job. I think they're doing exactly what they want to do, and I'm very interested in it. So, yeah, I wonder what this storyline is going to be. I'm imagining we're picking up from where we left off, because it seemed pretty important. So yeah, we might be jumping right into that. And also, I was thinking, it's episode 11. I think this is a 2-core anime. I think there's going to be 25 episodes or something, somewhere around there. 24, 25, 26, somewhere around there. In this season. So, like, just what I'm thinking is, when's the first core gonna end? Like, maybe this is the final storyline of the first core. Maybe this will be like a 2 or 3-parter episode. Excuse me, to end the core. And if that's the case, then that's cool. We'll get like a full story to end the core. But then we start the next core. The only reason it's on my mind is because the Witch Watch Season 1 Part 1 OP has been one of my favorite openings I've seen in recent years. Like, it is genuinely, and this is shocking to me, but it is genuinely like my favorite this year, almost definitely, and one of my favorites over the past like year or two. It's up there with some of the greats to me. And so, in Core 2, we're going to have a new opening. I wonder what they're going to, is it just they went all out for their first opening? I don't expect it to live up to the first OP. Like, not in an insulting way. I'm actually saying to the creators, you don't have to go that hard again, because doing that even once in your entire series to me is incredible. Considering they had an awesome Yoasobi song that I really enjoy. It's on my Spotify playlist now. It's adorable. It's so catchy. I'm getting TikToks with that song everywhere right now. And also having the incredible artist whose name keeps leaving my head. But she's an absolute, she's one of my favorite animators right now, and having her style on the OP, all of it's so amazing. So yeah, but I'm just wondering what they're gonna do for Core 2. What can they even do? We'll find out when we get there. Anyway, Big intro, I know, but let's move on to the actual episode. This is Witch Watch episode 11. Here we go. Dogs and Raindrops, part 1. Part 1. No OP today. The prophecy about rain. Is this Nemu? Yes! She's actually talking to them. What the fuck? No, those are rare sneakers. They look pretty regular. What is that? Why are you showing him this? Why are you bullying him and then like pitching him on this? Hell yeah, Khan. Aw, thank you for saving him. Aww. Drops. For free? Uh-oh. Oh. But maybe it's magic? It's gotta be magic then. Yeah. Wolves. Oh, it's a dog. Dog and raindrops. Cool dogs, yep. Yep, dogs, rain. It's all coming together. Nemu's here. This is great. She's been here before. A couple times. Yep. Yeah, she is. What if you ever turn into a cat in front of them? They will be like, hey, we know you. You're alert, okay. It's like a danger sense. Uh-huh. Makes sense. Well, clearly not. Oh, they probably were all defeated, but they appear again. Okay, yeah. A witch can turn into a warlock. And that white-haired guy was probably Wolf, right? I would guess. The little blush is cute. The Witch of Thousands. Oh, cool. Wow. So she's really special. That's nice. It's good to know, like, she's respected and actually powerful. Okay. This guy's voice actor is famous. I can't tell who it is, but I know it's a famous voice actor for sure. Oh my god. Yep, drops, raindrops, you're putting it together. I'm trying to figure out whose voice actor it is because it's so familiar. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, sick. Okay, 7 seconds. Oh, nice! Aww. No, you're a great witch. Yeah, but she also used it for such good reasons. Aww. He's so pure. Aww. Uh-oh. Yeah, they just dumped Khan here. Okay. But they're pretty new wounds, so. Third time here. Okay. Yep. Well, that sucks. That's clever. Okay. He is. It's a good plan. Oh, but he's pissed off. Yeah. He isn't cool-headed. He's very pissed off. Aww. Precious cash? Wait, because you have to use something precious to repair stuff. They used cash. Oh my god! Oh, it gave him an advantage. Oh yeah, Keigo! So someone reselling the drops? Okay. I like how the whole cast is getting involved in this storyline. Yeah, makes sense. Sign up for it. Were you? That sucks. That's okay. Doesn't sound like you're a piece of shit, just sounds like you're a bit lost. Aww. Cute. Cute scene. You're getting some good friends. Aww. Ah. You can't use magic in fights with hostility. A human wouldn't normally touch. Ah, I see. Ah. Oh god. Well, she found it. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Shit. Oh no. Oh no! Nemu! Okay. Okay, so he's the familiar. Shit, man. Oh, that's a good matchup, actually. I didn't even think about a fight between him and Moi. Oh, Nemu. Aww. You can just say you love Moi and you care about him. Okay, yeah, don't use it with hostility. Support. Good plan. And what can Keigo do? He's our information. Oh, Lord. Look how many people you inspire, girl. Getting blurry. It's nice of Moi to think about that, though. Okay. What? What the fuck? What? Is it Keigo working with them? What the fuck's going on? What the fuck? Oh, cause Keigo signed up for it, maybe? So because he's a dog now, he's being controlled? Huh? Oh. Oh shit. He accepted a wish. Oh. Ugh. Oh. Shit, man. What? A werewolf? Hang on. Doesn't the OP imply this? What? Oh my god! Wait. What? Hang on. So, Wolf is just Keigo, but transformed? Right? So, hey, Keigo and Wolf were never in the same room? I guess not. Like, I mean, we never saw where they were at the same time. Oh. Now, I gotta go back to the OP. I gotta go to the Witch Watch OP. And I want to see what Keigo's stuff is in the OP. Because I feel like now that they're mentioning that, I remember there being, like, werewolf-esque imagery. There, right? Let's see. I got it open here. No, I don't. I got it open here. There we go. And so this is Nemu and Nico, right? And then we got these girls laughing together. That's cute. Then we got them. It goes past. Hang on. I'm looking, right? And then it has him. I guess he's doing the ice skating here. Yep. So this is him ice skating. He's still doing the ice skating, which actually that's really cool now that we know that this is like ice skating. And then, yep, him up there. But I think it's this shot, right? Is it? No, okay, it's not that shot. Maybe they don't? Oh no, hang on, wasn't there one, a window? Yeah, this, okay, so that's Wolf, right. Oh, I see. Okay, that's Wolf, but it doesn't actually show Kago there. Okay, alright, so I thought in my head that we had seen Kago. I think I was confusing several different shots. I think I was confusing that Wolf shot with Kago ice skating with Moy's shot of him like lying there and then it goes past his eyes and they're red. I think I was fusing all three of those shots together in my head. But I mean, there is still some cool stuff in that OP, but it wasn't showing that Kago was a werewolf in that. But wow, okay. Fucking crazy ending to that episode. This episode was like a lot of setup, but it was really crazy. It's really interesting. Like the episode was very, like, I mean, it was like a real story, which I say because it's like, so far this show has been a gag anime. And so the fact that this episode is probably the first episode I don't think I've had like any laugh out loud moments, like really, really funny moments. But that doesn't mean it was a bad episode. It was a great episode. It was just great for different reasons. I was just genuinely invested in the story. And I think they've stuck the landing, like the ending of the episode with that twist and reveal and stuff is very cool. So I like that a lot. I think that's really cool. I'm looking at my notes because I've got like a lot of notes, but it's mostly the notes are just me like writing down names and writing down like tiny details, you know. So like I've got that that there are drops, that there's Wolf and he's a familiar, that there's the alert spell. I've got that Nico is known as the Witch of Thousands or whatever. That healing magic's hard. That enchanters can like enchant objects with magic. That you can't use magic with hostility. So I've got like a bunch of different stuff that's that I now have written down. But the witches and warlocks lore that they've gone into in this episode is pretty interesting. I like the idea of like, so there's an alert spell. And so witches have developed a way, because we, like, warlocks, we kind of got rid of all the warlocks a long time ago, but they could still pop up theoretically. So so witches are always taught the alert spell just to know when one's around so you can be ready for them and to deal with them. So it's like, if the alert spell ever goes off, it's like code red, we need to deal with this warlock problem. And so it just basically makes sure that warlocks don't become a danger, and then they don't like spread their influence, and then there's another war. So I think that's a cool idea. And then because of that, the warlocks need a way to fight against that. So they do stuff like creating an army so that the army of humans attacks her instead, which means she doesn't get the alert spell. Instead, she's just attacked by humans. And so that's really interesting. It's cool that when writers like create, you know, ways that characters have solved problems in the past and already create like villains finding the loopholes to those problems and stuff. Like, we didn't even see the problem being solved in the first place. We've just seen the results of all of this that's happened up until this point. And it's just cool because it feels like it's implying a lot of history to the world in a very cool way. They've also set up about healing magic in this show, and they've done it, I think, in a smart way. Like, healing magic is, one, very difficult and draining, and two, it's easier the newer the wounds are. So if you get injured right in front of her, she might be able to instantly heal it up without using a crazy amount of magic. But if it happened an hour ago, it probably is a bit harder. And if it happened a year ago or 10 years ago or whatever, it's like nigh impossible probably. But like, if you were really, really powerful, you could probably do it. So like, they've already set it up well, because that's like, you know, whenever you put like healing magic and stuff into a show, you kind of immediately have to put some sort of limitations on it. Otherwise, it takes away all the stakes, you know? So, for some series, it's like, oh, well, you can heal anything except death. Some series, most series will just have, like, a vague, you know, I can heal until I run out of mana. Like, that's basically, that's it. And they won't tell you how many healing spells that is. Sometimes they'll do it once, sometimes they'll do it 500 times. And you might never be able to measure how much it is. Because the show doesn't want you to measure it, you know? And sometimes it's like, okay, well, you can only heal small injuries, or you can only heal these types of injuries, or whatever. So this show did a pretty good job at, like, immediately telling us how it worked, so that, you know, we're not just trying to think of it as a solution to everything. And also, it seems like Nico isn't really, like, necessarily proficient in healing magic, maybe. But also, the idea that, like, witches can't use magic with his hostility is interesting as well. Like, it's we're putting limitations on her magic again as well, and making it. I mean, you know, the more limitations you put on it, the more creative you have to be, right? I talk about this a lot with power systems, but, like, limitations are really interesting and can do some crazy things. It can also be kind of frustrating as a writer when you put limitations on yourself and then you're like, fuck, now I can't, like, do this stuff that I want to do. But when you do put limitations on yourself, you might be able to get really creative within those limitations, and it will look so much more creative than if you just allow yourself to do anything. And, like, the example that I always use is Fire Force, which, you know, like, I enjoy Fire Force a lot. I've got, you know, overall up and down feelings on different parts of Fire Force, but I think the power system in Fire Force is incredible. And something that I always talk to people about with Fire Force is, like, when I'm pitching it to people, I'm like, their entire power system is based on fire. Their entire power system. So it's like every single person who has powers, it's a power based on fire, and yet they all have unique powers in the show. And it's like, and it feels crazy. It feels wild, because it's like, when you look at other shows, it tends to have, like, in other superpowered shows, there'll be a character or two that can use fire, you know? My Hero Academia, it's like Endeavor, Todoroki, Darby, like, these characters can use fire. They generally use it in the same ways as one another. And you know, you can Fantastic Four, you know, Human Torch or whatever, is, like, one example of a person who can use fire. But, like, the Fire Force, it's like everyone can in one way or another, or all the powered people can, but they all use it in different, unique ways. And that limitation makes the writer go really creative with how they use their fire. Where it's like, some of them will use their fire to, like, propel bullets faster. Some of them will use their fire to change people's brain chemistry. Some people use their fire to turn things into ice. Like, and they give explanations for how it all works. It's wild. So yeah, like, you know, go check out Fire Force if you're interested in a really interesting power thing. There's other weird things about that show, but that part of it is very cool. Anyway, back to Witch Watch. So I like that the limiter that they've put on it, where it seems like witches can't use magic for hostility, immediately putting a limiter on it. So it's like, Nico's got to be more creative, and she can't just, like, you know, beat people with magic in these fight scenes. She probably needs to do stuff like supporting Moi in these fight scenes, you know? And I'm scared for Nemu. Nemu's in trouble. I really like Nemu. I love that in this episode she just, like, introduced herself. Like, that immediately now has changed the dynamic of, like, in the previous episodes, I was like, you know, in the last episode when I was saying, oh, they're repeating the Nemu storyline. Is Nemu the one character they're gonna like repeat the storyline of? But now, in the next episode, Nemu's now introduced herself to them. Like, they know her now. They still haven't seen her cat form yet, but, like, the point is that they can't do that storyline again in the same way anymore. they can kind of, but it's a little bit of a different dynamic now. So even if they did repeat that joke again, I would feel it would be a little more unique now, and I'd be more interested in seeing them do that storyline again. But I kind of don't want them to. Still, I think now I would like Nemu to be more a part of the group. Speaking of, I like that this episode actually incorporated like the whole cast so far. Or not the whole cast. I mean, it didn't have like, what's her name? Nico's friends and stuff, Kara and the manga girl, and it didn't have the teacher or anything, but like the other main cast in the show, it incorporated like a lot of them into the storyline. But now I know that they incorporated Keigo into the storyline because of that twist ending. So really fucking cool. Really cool. I love it. Anyway, that's Witch Watch episode 11. I can't wait for next week. So thanks for watching. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. And go to my One Piece channel, Jent Watches One Piece. If you like One Piece, you definitely should check that out. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.